Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Nitai Chaitanya Chandra Nitai Gaura Chandra Gaura Hare. Jaya Radha Giridhari Radha Giridhari Radhe. Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Radha Nila Madhava Radha Nila Madhava Radhe. Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी जगद्गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की जय नित्य लीला प्रविष्णु ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस शिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ षट गोस्वामी की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड श्री गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की नवद्वीप श्री मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की द मोस्ट मर्सिफुल लॉर्डशिप श्री श्री राधा नील माधव की परम करुणा श्री श्री निताय चैतन्य चंद्र निताय गौरचंद्र की श्री श्री राधा गिरिधारी जी की श्री श्री गिरिराज गोवर्धन की गंगा माई यमुना माई की भक्ति देवी श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की शिला प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन एंड प्रसादम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की युग धर्म श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की श्री हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की समावेत भक्त वृंद की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Yogi Jana Vallabha Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I didn't realize how uncomfortable sitting here is. I remember Damodar Prabhu was telling last weekend. Literally, it's uncomfortable too. Let me, first of all, pray to the dust at all your lotus feet, that please give me your blessing, and so that I can speak on this most auspicious literature, Srimad Bhagavatam. And please forgive me for any offenses or any shortcomings. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswatin Vyasham Tato Jayamutirdaye Nata Priyetsu Abhatveshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Tamal Krishna Goswami Iti Namine Namarom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Patsya Chete Satarani Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vashadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Vancha Kalpatarivascha Kripa Sintopyevacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 6, text 1, 7th canto. It's not there? Yeah. Oh, you all have? Okay. Okay, that's good. Before reading the sloka, I just want to read on what Prabhupada says. This is a chapter on Prahlad Maharaj instructs his demoniac schoolmates. Sorry, I think I got the wrong glasses. But Mataji, can you help me get my bag here, please? Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. No, this, I have mine. It's just a... Yeah, that's better. This chapter describes Prahlad Maharaj's instructions to his class friends. In speaking to his friends, who were all sons of demons, Prahlad Maharaj stressed that every living entity, especially in human society, must be interested in spiritual realization from the very beginning of life. When human beings are children, they should be taught that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the worshipable deity for everyone. One should not be very much interested in material enjoyment. Instead, one should be satisfied with whatever material profit are easily obtainable. And because the duration of one's life is very short, one should utilize every moment for spiritual advancement. One may wrongly think, in the beginning of our lives, let us enjoy material facility, and in old age, we may become Krishna consciousness. Such materialistic thoughts are always useless because in old age, one cannot be trained in spiritual way of life. Therefore, from the very beginning of life, one should engage in devotional service. Sarvanam Kirtanam Vishnu. This is the duty of all living entities. Material education is infected by the three modes of material nature. The spiritual education, for which there is a great need in human society, is transcendental. Prahlad Maharaj disclosed the secret of how he had received instruction from Narada Muni. By accepting the lotus feet of Prahlad Maharaj, who is in the parampara succession, one will be able to understand the mode of spiritual life. In accepting this mode of activity, there is no need for material qualification. After Prahlad Maharaj's class friends had listened to Prahlad Maharaj, they inquire how he had become so learned and advanced in this way. The chapter ends. So, Shri Prahlad Uvacha Kaumaram Acharat Prajno Dharman Bhagavatan Iha Durlabam Manasyam Janma Tat Api Adurvam Artadam. Shri Prahlada Uvacha Kaumaram Acharat Prajno Dharman Bhagavatan Iha Durlavam Manusam Janma Tat Api Adurvam Artadam. Shri Prahlad Uvacha Kaumaram Acharat Prajno Dharman Bhagavataniha Durlabam Manasam Janma Tat Api Adurvam Artadam. Prabhus. Kaumaram Acharit Prajno Dharman Bhagavataniha Dulavam Manusa Janma Api Dulvam Artadam. Shri Prahlad Uvacha Kaumaram Acharit Prajno Dharman Bhagavatan Iha Durlabam Manasam Janma Tat Api Uddravam Aham. Matajis. Shri Prahlada Uvacha Kaumaram Acharit Prajno Dharma Bhagavatam Iha Durlabam Manasa Janma Tatulvam Aptardam. Shri Prahlad Uvacha Kaumaram Achara Prajno Dharman Bhagavatam Iha Durlabam Manasam Janma Atulvayanam. Sri Prahlada Vacha. Prahlad Maharaj said, Kaumara, in the tender age of childhood, Acharat, should practice, Prajna, one who is intelligent, Dharman, occupational duties, Bhagavatam, which are devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Iha, in this life, Durlabham, very rarely obtained, Manusam, human, Janma, birth, Tat, that, Api, even, Adurvam, impermanent, temporary, Artha, Dham, full of meaning. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Prahlad Maharaj said, one who is sufficiently intelligent should use the human form of body from the very beginning of life. In other words, from the tender age of childhood, to practice the activities of devotional service. Giving up all other engagements, the human body is most rarely achieved, and although temporary like other bodies, it is meaningful because in human life one can perform devotional service. Even a slight amount of sincere devotional service can give one complete perfection. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The whole purpose of Vedic civilization and of reading the Vedas is to attain the perfect stage of devotional service in the human form of life, according to the Vedic system. Therefore, from the very beginning of life, the brahmacharya system is introduced so that from one's very childhood, from the age of 5 years, one can practice modifying one's human activities so as to engage perfectly in devotional service. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 240, Swalpam api asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhagavat. Even a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Modern civilization, not referring to the verdict of Vedic literature, is so cruel to the members of human society, and that instead of teaching children to become brahmacharis, it teaches mothers to kill their own children, even in the womb, on the plea of curbing the increase of population. And if by chance a child is saved, he is educated only for sense gratification. Gradually, throughout the entire world, human society is losing interest in the perfection of life. Indeed, men are living like cats and dogs, spoiling their duration of their human lives by actually preparing to transmigrate again to the degraded species among the 8,400,000 form of life. The Krishna consciousness movement is anxious to save human society by teaching people to perform devotional service, which can save a human being from being degraded again to animal life. As already stated by Prahlad Maharaj, Bhagavata Dharma consists of Sarvanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. In all the schools, colleges, and universities, and at home, all children and youth should be taught to hear about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In other words, they should be taught to hear the instruction of Bhagavad Gita, to put them into practice in their lives. Thus, to become strong in devotional service, free from fear of being degraded to animal life. Following Bhagavata Dharma has been made extremely easy in this age of Kali. The Shastra says, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, kalau natseva, natseva gadir anjataha. One need only chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Everyone engaged in the practice of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, will be completely cleansed from the core of his heart and be saved from the cycle of birth and death. Sri Pralada Uvacha Kaumaram Acharat Prashno Dharman Bhagavatan Hiha Durlavam Manusya Janma Tat Api Adurvam Artadam. Prahlad Maharaj said, one who is sufficiently intelligent should use the human form of body from the very beginning of life, in other words, from the tender age of childhood, to practice the activities of devotional service. Giving up all other engagement, the human body is most rarely achieved, and although temporary like other bodies, it is meaningful because in human life one can perform devotional service. Even a slight amount of sincere devotional service can give one complete perfection. Om Ajnana Timrandasya Jnana Salakya Chaksu Militamena Tasmai Sri Shri Guruve Namaha. Here, this is one of my favorite verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, especially the pastime of Prahlad Maharaj. It's pertaining to children, and it is amazing. Prahlad Maharaj, was only 5 years old, and he's giving such an important instruction to his classmates, how one can go back to Godhead. And this process is not just start at the age of 5. This process actually, Prabhupada says furthermore in other texts, he said it starts actually from conceiving the child, the process of bhakti, how one conceive, in what consciousness one conceive, and why we conceive the child, for what purpose we conceive the child. So this is done to bring a Krishna conscious living entity to this world. So we have so many wonderful children in our Iskcon of Houston, and by seeing them, sometimes myself, I get very inspired seeing our children. And I take this service to serve these children. I feel that I get purified through somehow the mercy by serving these children. I get purified. To take this birth in Vaishnava tradition, in Krishna consciousness, it's very rare. Just even to take birth as a human being, it is very rare. It is said, how many species of life in this planet? Anybody knows? There's 8,400,000 species of life, and out of that is 400,000 is human. 3 million animal, land animal, that is only land animal. 900,000 is aquatic animal in the ocean, and 1,100,000 insects and reptiles, and 3 million, what is 3 million? Quadrupeds, those are with 4 legs. And so compared to the living entity taken birth, we are considered rare species, human body, very, very rare. And to utilize this human birth in Krishna consciousness is much more rare. You see, very few human beings are taking up spiritual activity. Why this body is very rare? For example, those who have read Srimad Bhagavatam, we know there's a universal structure. The universal structure have the upper planetary system and the lower planetary system, right? There's 14 planetary system overall. And the upper planetary system is 7, divided into 7. Right? Like for example, we take, if we have a 14-story building, and the 7 stories above the land is the upper planetary system. And the 7-story below the land, like basement. Now there are houses on basement, right? So those are lower planetary system. And when we want to, the sun ray comes to the upper planetary system. And the lower planetary system get the sun rays? In the basement, do we get sun rays? No, we don't. So that's the lower planetary system. But if we want to come out of either lower planetary system, or if we are in an upper planetary system, where we should come first? Ground floor, right? So where is this ground floor? Yes. So we are very fortunate. We are very fortunate. It says that we are in fact fortunate than the demigods. Because even demigods cannot go back from the planetary system back to Godhead. They have to come back to this material world. And from here, they have to take birth and practice Krishna consciousness and go back to Godhead. So Prabhupada have said that demigods are waiting to take birth in Krishna conscious house, devotees' house. So sometimes we can see some devotees' children, we can see from very childhood, as young as the 7 months, 1 year, you can see the devotion they have, the love for Krishna they have. When they come and see the deities, when they sing kirtan, we can experience that these are not ordinary children. But at the same time, we have the responsibility as a parents. Yes, they are not ordinary children, but how are we going to help them to remain that way? How are we going to help them? This is a challenging process for all the parents. It's a very challenging, especially when they are growing up. How we going to keep our children attracted to Krishna consciousness? The way it is stated in the Bhagavatam, and Prabhupada is mentioning here, is service. Service is one of the most important activity to keep us and the children engaged in Krishna consciousness. And also, what kind of service? There's so many wonderful service. One example I always see, I get inspired to see Siza Mataji and Sitish Prabhu. They bring, I remember that from when she was pregnant with Sridham, they used every single day, they will, twice a week, sorry, not every single day, twice a week they used to come and clean up the whole temple here, Pyasa San, everywhere. And they still continue doing that. Every week they come, even though they have very busy schedule, and they have 2 kids now, and they still come and do. So how we can engage our children? We can bring them for once a month at least, Mangalarati or greetings, and we can bring them and do some deity service in the Pujari room. There's always service is needed in Pujari room. Cleaning the deity's plates, cleaning up the deity kitchen, polishing. You know, it's amazing for me to see sometimes why we are not taking advantage of this. we want to touch Balaram? Don't you all want to touch Balaram? It is mentioned that every utensil, everything which use for Krishna's service is the manifestation of Balaram, Sri Balaram. So by touching these auspicious items and rendering personal service, our heart get purified. We can chant our 16 rounds. We can come and attend the Mangalarati, all the sadhana we can do. We can do kirtan, everything we can do. But if we don't do service, we are stagnant in our spiritual life. Sometimes we wonder why some of us we are stagnant, because there's no service. Service is the number one medicine, actually, to purify our heart, to clean the temple, even to just throw the charanamrita water and wash that and put back. It's small service. It's not that you have to wait for the management to send you a notice or some festival, during festival, anything. We can pick up, just keep the cushion back. It can be done by everyone. Service during the kirtan, dancing in the kirtan is a service. And I think our children should take that service very seriously. Dancing in the kirtan, clapping hand. Prabhupada said, when you are clapping hand, your karma change. So all of us come from so many different karma. And Prabhupada said, by clapping our hand in kirtan, our karma change positively. By putting our hand up and dancing, calling for Krishna, all our anarthas flies away. So why not try, why not take advantage? That's why it says it's very easy. It's so easy, but still we are finding it difficult. It is so easy. Because in human form, this is available. This is access only in human form. If they're in the demigods, it is not possible. And in a lower planetary system, because they are covered up with so much ignorance, it's not possible to access this path of bhakti. And as we know, we should take this opportunity very seriously. Rupa Goswami said, enthusiasm, patience, and determination. One should be always enthusiastic to serve and always be patient. If you don't see someone is not doing, be patient. Don't criticize. We don't criticize anyone, how come you're not doing. We encourage. We encourage with our loving relationship. We encourage through our example. We don't criticize. We encourage the children. Don't criticize by why you are not coming today. And another biggest mistake as a parents, all of us do is comparing our children to some other children. Say, look, he recite 10 sloka. How about you? How many sloka are you going to recite today? He went and sang kirtan today. How about you? You should sing next week. So we should be honest to ourselves that every children are given by Krishna too. But every children are different. Ourselves, we are not same. And how we expect that all children to advance in the same way? We should be compassionate. In fact, it's very challenging. If you really see, is now this day and age, the Sankirtan devotees, they can know that when they go out to distribute book, how difficult it is, how material energy is so strong, how human beings have degraded. And our kids, those who are going to public schools, it is a challenging for them. It is a big challenging because at home, can you see, we are teaching them to practice Krishna consciousness, follow this, follow that. don't do this, don't do that. And when they go, it's total opposite they are taught. They are taught totally opposite. So when they come home, and then we get into their case, you chant your rounds, you did, but are we doing with compassion? The main key, we should check them. Are you chanting your round? We should check them. Are you reading Srila Prabhupada book? But how it's done? It's done with compassion. It should be done with love and compassion. Shri Shri Radha Nila Madhava ki jai. Shri Shri Giraj Maharaj ki jai. Shri Shri Nitai Chaitanya Nitai Gaura Chandra ki jai. So it should be done with utmost compassion. We are compassionate towards someone coming to this temple first time, right? We go and try to give them prasadam, talk to them nice. We try to be kind. Why not be kind to our children and devotees among each other when they come? Why not we also show our love and compassion, how we can help to uplift each other's spiritual consciousness. That is most very much needed among our movement. And without compassion, we can not develop love for Krishna. First key is compassion. Compassion to see the living entity they are suffering. When we go out, even the children, when they go out to school, you can see your class friends. They are not taking up Krishna consciousness. And you can just slightly, you can just say Krishna. We are so fortunate. This scripture, this Vedas, this Srimad Bhagavatam is very, very rare. And we got this mercy through Srila Prabhupada mercy. But how much we are sharing to the public. Sometimes we are so afraid to even put tilak and go out. We are so afraid to show that we are Hare Krishna. We are so afraid to recognize ourselves that we are practicing. We are shy, more than afraid, we are shy to go out. But if you try, put tilak and go to grocery store, you will see how many people approach you positively. They come and ask, what is this mark? And then that's a way that's the start. We can say, oh, mean we are servant of Krishna. One time they would hear the word Krishna, that's the start of their spiritual life. They're going back to Godhead is confirmed one time. So this gives us opportunity. And you can bring prasadam to your friends. You can bring prasadam at your workplace. It's so wonderful. Prasadam is easy. Everybody loves prasadam. You can give them in any form prasadam. This way we keep connection. We keep connection to Krishna consciousness. We keep connection to our parampara. And in fact, our lineage, Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, our lineage is the most powerful lineage. Prabhupada have the amazing ability and strength to liberate this whole universe. And we should be proud to be under this lineage. And as a proud follower, what are we doing? We should be proud, not in a very arrogant way, but we should be really proud to be part of this movement, this parampara. Very strong paramparas. We have, there's a pastime, since we had Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur appear, and there's a wonderful pastime of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, how powerful he was, and he is still. When Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was giving class one day, and in India temple it's open, it's not closed like this. So when he was giving class, there was one cat was going around looking for food, and he couldn't find any, and he went and sat in a corner. And Maharaj Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was continuing his class, and suddenly one big bird flew and hit at the wall and fell down. And he got hurt. He couldn't fly, but he could move still. And this cat saw this bird, and he realized, oh, here's my food. And he took his own sweet time. You know, that bird is hurt, but he took his own sweet time, walked towards the cat. And when the bird saw that, it panicked and started running. He couldn't fly, but started running. So the birds ran in the direction of circumambulating the temple. And the cat ran after. So the bird went one round, and the second round, third round, 4, 5, 6, and the cat realized, okay, the bird going to come this direction, I'm going to just stay here. And so bird stayed in there, and the cat stayed there, and the bird finished the 7th round, and the cat went in, caught, and ate that bird. And Maharaj was still continuing the class. Saraswati Goswami Maharaj was still continuing the class. At the end of the class, he said, any question? And then one Mataji put up her hand and said, Guru Maharaj, what about that bird? And Saraswati Goswami Maharaj said, yes, the bird did parikrama 7 times, and he went back to Godhead. But what about you? Yeah. So it's what about us? What are we doing? So if this so-called insignificant bird, just by circumambulating the deities and went back to Godhead, and also, of course, got the darshan of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, it went back to Godhead. How about devotees, all of you, coming temple every time, doing service, taken birth in this sampradaya? How fortunate. You have to see how fortunate everyone who's sitting here, not only here, who have taken birth in this Krishna conscious family, and how grateful one should be to the parents and devotees who are giving them this opportunity to keep them in Krishna consciousness. Give them nice prasadam. Always give your children nice prasadam. When they come back home from a hard day from school, have very nice prasadam. Don't restrict them. That's the only important tool to satisfy their consciousness. Sometimes I see some devotees restrict them because of the calories. But I think Krishna Prasadam does miracle. So many of us came to Krishna consciousness. I remember when I came to Krishna consciousness, I only ate sugar, sweet. My first Janmashtami, I ate 50 bundi laddus. I'm still here. And we used to have a gulab jamun eating contest, and I used to eat like 35 to 40 gulab jamun one time. So it's okay. Don't worry so much about calories. Give them, tongue is the main important thing to control. If their tongue is controlled, then automatically everything, their senses will be pacified. If the tongue is not controlled, if we can't control their tongue with nice prasadam, like brahmacharis, that's why I sometimes always concern. The prasadam the tongue is the most important. When your tongue is controlled, naturally your word will become nice. Your tongue will use nice word. You won't have harsh word. And your tongue start chanting nicely. Because we are chanting, all of us chanting mechanically. I mean, at least I am. But if our tongue is controlled, naturally we will develop taste for Krishna. The heart get purified. And it's easy to take up devotional service. So as we know that this is a very rare opportunity in a human birth, we can see while we are sitting here, how many of us here? 50, 30, around 30. How many life right now evolving around here? Micro. There's so many lives within our body. There's so many life right now. So many jivatma is here, and the amount of grass, the number of grass we have in our front yard cannot be compared to the number of human being in this whole earth planet. So we are that insignificant. We are very, very insignificant, and we are very fortunate. So we are so insignificant, but sometimes we think we are great. Sometimes we think we are taking up Krishna conscious. We are devotees. They are not. We are great. They are fallen. We are Hare Krishnas. They are karmis. So there's no such thing. Actually, at least when we expect result from our action, all of us are karmis too. Because most of us expect result, even in devotional life. When we do something, we expect recognition. Okay, today I did this seva, I want my name to be announced. Today I did sing, I want to be recognized. This is also, we are expecting, that's what it is. We are karmis, we want recognition. So how to avoid that? Do service, unalloyed devotional service without any expectation. Just come anytime when there's no one, or not only festival, just come to temple, bring your children, do some kirtan, clean the temple. You can do always the prasadam area, the containers always are there. We can come, engage our children cleaning that. Cleaning is the most number one important service to purify our heart. I remember when we joined, our first service was cleaning the bathroom, toilet. In fact, we never even stayed in the ashram. In Singapore, we never had a woman ashram, but we have to go to the temple ashram and clean the brahmachari's toilet. And those days, the toilet is not like this, and it's like a sitting toilet, and they won't give us brush. They will just give us just a sponge and put your hand in and clean. That's how our service was. And I remember it's by doing that, I know it sounds, I'm not expecting all of you to do that. Now it's not, but the point I'm trying to make that is that cleaning cleans your heart. Sunday feast, instead of paying someone to clean the kitchen pots, and I think we can, whoever cooking, they have a crew. Even you can clean the cutting board, clean basic things. I think we should. I'm always inspired when I call the brahmacharis to come and help me in the kitchen. I'm just amazed. They clean every single thing. They clean up every single cutting board and everything. But when we have our congregation in a Bhakti Vriksha group comes and clean, they leave. They don't want to clean the cutting board, the knives, and we leave because we said, oh, we are paying someone to clean. It's not about what we're paying. Don't we want to get the benefit of purification? Don't we want to get that? If there's $1,000 left outside, will you walk past by? We want to take, right? So there's so much $1,000 available in this temple. So we should grab so much spiritual account. You can increase your spiritual account. So we should take this opportunity to grab as much spiritual account we can, because we never know when our body will not allow us to do that. Our body and mind will not allow us to do. So as long we are young, we have that energy, and we pick up that, and we should encourage our children. And we should also encourage our children to take up Krishna consciousness, bring them. But in a very loving way. There's no spanking. There's spanking, Prabhupada says spanking is not allowed. Sometimes I seen little kids, I think the parents need to be practical. You can expect a 3-year-old to come and sit in a Bhagavatam class and without distracting others. 1-year-old, 3-year-old. So you have to draw a line. We have to draw a line. Parents should take turn. One time, Mataji can come. Another time, the father can come and attend. So take turn to babysit. So don't force the children, but with your loving affection, they should take up Krishna consciousness. How, as husband and wife at home, practice Krishna consciousness in a loving atmosphere. If you give them a loving atmosphere at home, the children will take up Krishna consciousness naturally, not by force, not by some disciplinary action, with love and affection. Hare Krishna, I'll finish here. If any question, any comments, please forgive me if I say anything wrong. Yes, Prabhuji.
Are like little cameras, and everything that you do, they have a mental picture of that. So it's really up to you happily and joyfully performing Krishna conscious activities in the home that cause the children to also want to do that. They see that you're happy. You're not forcing yourself, therefore you can't force them. You don't have to. You just joyfully perform your kirtan at home. Whatever you cook, you offer to Krishna. Whatever you have as prasadam, you give to your children, to guests, to anybody. They see all of this, and they naturally acclimate themselves to devotional practices. So that when they grow up, they think that's just how everybody is. I mean, they get out in the world, they find out that other people don't do that. But for them, they never give that up. So this was his opinion. And I think it pretty much works. I've seen, after so many years around the Hare Krishna movement, I've seen a lot of children grow up. And they all seem to be nice devotees as they get bigger. They may not necessarily be a sadhaka, where they're chanting their 16 rounds, they're pushing themselves like crazy to get out of this material world, until maybe later in their life, but they know how to behave. They understand what it means to be a devotee of the Lord.
Thank you. Yes, children are like sponges. They absorb, especially from 1 to 5. It says, scientifically, it says that they can actually learn more than 20 languages from 1 to 5. If each one speak different language, they can learn more than 20 languages. They are like sponge. Just imagine if you read to them Srimad Bhagavatam during that time, how much they can absorb. I was listening to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj class the other day, that he was telling, our children are very special. Jai Shri Shri Radha Neela Madhava ki Jai, Shri Nitai Chaitanya Chandra Gora Chandra ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Girirari ki Jai, Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki Jai. He was saying that how parents should give Krishna consciousness to the children. And he also was telling, after 12 years old, it is difficult. They have their mindset. When they reach 12 years old, they have their own mindset, even how much you teach them. Because they also come with their own karma. So our expectation, we do our duty as a parents and expect the result, leave it to Krishna, what Krishna going to give us. And they can deviate. Maharaj said they want to go and experiment outside and see what is outside world. In many cases, we have seen that's what happened. But Maharaj said, let them go. It is so scared, isn't it? Let them go. Maharaj said, let them go. But they will come, 100% they will come back. And we have seen that. We have seen that again and again. They come back. May not come back in a very strong way or what, but they will come back. But mainly I've seen when they married and they have their children, they are 100% they want their children to become in Krishna conscious, so they are forced, they come definitely. But at the same time, when we let them go out, always have a hole. Never let your hole. As a parents, we shouldn't let them ignore that. Let the rope go, but you have that hole. When the right time comes, pull it in. Because the more you hold it, hold stronger, closer to you, they're going to go further and further. They're going to get frustrated. So let them go, but you know where they are, you know what they're doing, and you know when is the right time. It's a hard job. When you want to become a doctor, you go to university to learn. You want to become a lawyer, engineer, you have a school, university, but to become a parent, there's no university. You learn through the process. How we learn? Prabhupada. If you read Srila Prabhupada book, Prabhupada have taught us actually. There's a book called Vaikuntha Kids. It's amazing. Prabhupada have taught us how to become a parents. Actually, it's amazing how Prabhupada have taught us. If we follow, and it says to raise a child, you need a village to raise a child, right? So we can do ourselves. So as a community, we help each other. How we have to come as parents, how we can help our children, how we can raise our children in a nice Krishna conscious way, how we can, we human beings are social creatures. They need socialization. So what kind of social environment we are giving to them to become a good devotee, a good human being. If we don't provide that nice social circle, they will go somewhere to get that social circle. So as a community, as a family, as a devotees, we should come together and give that. If we don't give, they will go out somewhere to have that association. We cannot stop them from association. Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
So I know there's a reason why we have these policies, but I think it's detrimental to the growth of the child without that exposure that they need to get as they grow up.
Yes.
I didn't mean to put you on the hot seat of spoilers, but I was just wondering if you have any comments on that.
Yes, in those days we had a joint family, right? The child intellectual needs were very much pacified. When the parents are disciplining them, they had uncle to go, the grandparents to pamper them. So it was such a healthy setup in olden days. But later on it broke up. Now it's all, what they call this, there's a name for this, right? Nuclear family, a nuclear family. So we need to teach our children when they come to temple, respect. They have to, sometimes I see, I've been doing this service in Sunday school for more than 7 years. Sometimes our kids pass by, they just look into your eye. They don't even look into your eyes, they just walk past by. You don't exist anymore. Besides than the 1 hour Sunday school time, we don't exist. And I was wondering, how is that possible? What am I doing wrong here? What am I not teaching right here to these children? We only have 1 hour. Teaching the children start from the home. Everything start from home first. Teaching respect to the elders. Yes, come to temple, when you see elders, you respect. That's the culture. Respect, that's how you get a blessing. When you go and touch at the feet of the elders, what you get? Blessing. That's what will take us long way, very long way. So children should be taught to reciprocate with other devotees. And other devotees should be compassionate. Sometimes I hear from the children that they've been criticized for every little thing, so they are afraid to communicate. They are afraid. So it's both ways. So it should be done in a loving way. That's why I'm saying it's a both way. Even criticize. Look, as we grow up as a parents, as a children too, we shouldn't be that sensitive toward criticism. Take it as in a positive. In school, how much criticism we get, right? Do we quit going to school? We not go to that if the teacher is mean and criticize, and are we telling our children not to go to school? Then why we stop them coming to temple, or okay for them not to come to temple because this devotee did not treat me right? This devotee, then why is that? If we go to school and it's not easy out there, so it's okay. Teach them. This is how it's going to be. That devotee did that. Maybe it's Krishna want you to learn something out of this. Teach them in a positive way. Don't take it personal. Don't take any criticism personal. Take it constructive. It's for our own good. Any criticism is for our own good, to improve our spiritual life. So in that way, you will be in a very safe position, in spiritually or materially. If not, you will not learn anything. If your teacher is scolding you in your law school or in your medical school, it's so tough, and then you say, you come with some project and your teacher say, what kind of project is then? You want to quit and go, who's the loser? We are the one, right? So we have to step up and be there, do the right thing. Yes, Prabhu.
I have a comment.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Somebody else was saying
Did I not the children?
That's okay.
Why the children are not communicating?
That's okay.
Maybe you come on Sunday feast and show yourself more to the children and the families, then they will, because they need to be comfortable also, right? So if they see you, we see you a lot, we come to your place, so that way our children is more comfortable to you. So that way, if we access to the children in a very positive way, and they can be access to us also. Yes, Prabhu.
Mataji, I have a comment.
Yes, please.
I'm changing a topic from the children to the cleaning. You made a very important point. I have seen this. What happens is when you have resources, even in our personal life, when we have resources, we tend to give those services to some other people. Same thing, I have personally been told by some devotees when I used to do the accounting, said, oh, we have the resources, why can't we get somebody to do the cleaning, or why can't we get somebody to do that? So that is the reason sometimes you see some of the comment or hear some of those comments that they don't clean the cutting boards or whatever. So we are our own worst enemy from that point of view. We are because we have the resources, we feel that we don't need to do some of this service. And I see those, if you go in the smaller temples, you see those services are being performed by the devotees and the congregation member. So that's the comment. A second comment, second part to it, I have heard in the class, here or somewhere, Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj one time was visiting, this is, I remember part of it, that he saw some people were cleaning and the devotees were not cleaning. I may not be quoting everything correctly, but the meaning of it, I'm going to get to it, is that Maharaj said, this is the most important service that you should be doing and you are giving it to somebody else. So, you know, again, we can, as adult, if we do some of those services, then the children will pick up those services. Also, they will follow us. That's the comment.
I
Thank
think
you.
sometime cleaning service, I don't know, we think it's a very menial service, maybe it's not appropriate, but actually in devotional service, cleaning service is the most appropriate because it cleans our heart. Whenever we scrub the pot, scrub something, meditate that how much anarthas we trying to scrub from our atma, our self, how much. So when we do with a proper understanding and meditation, then it becomes pleasant. Say, let me do more. Let me clean myself. Let me clean my heart. Let me clean so that Krishna can come and sit in my heart. Let me create this beautiful asana for Krishna in my heart. So let him come. Let me clean. So when we see it's all about a consciousness, how we see a cleaning. If we see cleaning, when I remember we asked children to pick up and then they give us. But if we see, this is Krishna's temple, let us clean, let us clean. Then if Krishna is sitting, Radha Nilamadhava is sitting here, he is sitting here. It's not just he is a Supreme Personality of Godhead. If we don't, we Dwaraka, we go to Dwaraka, Krishna Loka. That's where our goal is, right, Prabhupada? Our goal is to go to Goloka Vrindavan. So the practice starts from here. We practice from here, start from cleaning and chanting. From then we go back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. We stop here. Durudra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Ananda Kodi Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Jai. Today is His Grace Radha Krishna Prabhu's birthday. So we have a cake for him to cut. So if you all go to Prasadam room, we can get his blessing. Hare Krishna.
Nice class, Mataji. Thank you so much for sharing.